The Lighthouse Radio.
As a sailor finds his way to the sea, likewise the sinner finds his way to the Master, the lighthouse.
Worship the Lord with gladness. Come before the Lord with joyful song. Worship the Lord with gladness. Come before.
Good morning, good evening, good day to every one of us who are listening. Welcome sa ating pong broadcast all the way from Bugalion, Pangasinan. Kasama po ninyo si DJ Brent. Anyo pong lingkod din from Asian Christian University. Kamusta po ang inyo pong araw? Ang mga nag-umpisa pa lang at ang mga patapos na ang kanila pong mga araw. How is your activity? Nakahiga na ba yung iba? Yung iba ba ay kumakain pa lang? Pero late breakfast na yan, brunch na nga yung iba eh. Okay, recognizing our lighters here, we have DJ Jens, we have also Sister Jessica Ermita, we have Ate V, Sis Hyacinth, and DJ Jem. And hindi nagpapakita dito pero kasama din natin si Ate Shawnee. Never absent. Hello din sa atin pong mga viewers dito sa Facebook. My voice right now seems muffled. I'm really not sure. Just go muna. Alright, sound test 1, 2. Sa broadcast pa talaga nag-sound test eh. Again, hello sa atin pong mga viewers and mga listeners. I'm grateful for today once again to be with you. Kahapon ay galing lang sa biyahe. Kaya medyo pagod. Then I had to finish my sermon last night until mga 12:30. Meron naman ng lesson but I had to do the PowerPoint for the devotional service kanina. So I spoke this morning from 7:30 na ata ako nag-umpisa. 7:30 to 8. Medyo overtime na nga eh. But that's okay. I actually shared to them the same topic that we had last time about... ano yung topic nung nakaraan? Kakasermon ko lang nung nakaraan. Yung during our breaking point. Ayan. Sa mga nakikinig po at mga nanonood, I will be the representative of the Gen Zs kasi parang ang laging dating ng programang ito eh parang mga hugot ng mga Kristiyano, pero hindi lang Kristiyano, but more on our generation today, what we are actually facing. Actually more on sa mental health. Ayun. Kaya bear with us. I will be representing our generation na ganito yung mga naiisip na sasabing nagagawa din namin. Okay. Not probably also coming from me but also from those yung mga kaedad ko lang. Mga kaedad ko at mas bata sa akin. Saktong-sakto ako yung nasa gitna ng generation. I'm yung entry point ng Gen Z and then doon sa closing naman ng sa millennial. Pero zillennial tayo eh. So we have some ideas, some thoughts na dito din nilalahad. Hindi naman ito sakit ng loob, Pero our experiences, and I also believe that as a church, as Christians, we can really help each other. Meron nga akong sinalihan po na group ang nakalagay po dun na post. If you are over 35, or if you are under 30, or 35 ata yan, if you are under 35, leave a question. And if you are over 35, leave an advice. Siguro ganun yung gawin natin in our program. And that's actually what's already happening since we started Share Mo Lang, yung atin pong broadcast dito. Yung mga kaedad ko, yung mga under 30, kaya I'm not yet 30, but those who are under 30 share their sentiments, and those who are over 30 usually share their past experience past na nga experience pa. But their experience and the lessons they've learned, or even most especially or most of the time, they share their advice to the young ones. So as we collaborate with each other with this program, we can really help each other. Like yung nakikita ng mga adults, yung point of view ng mga young people ngayon, yung mga young adults na ganito pala yung nangyayari. Because again, time changes with all the things that are happening right now with technology, with yung dati ay hindi pwede, tapos nagiging norm na ngayon. So we are all hard-pressed siguro yung term. Kaming lahat na under the age of 30 are needing like advice from the old ones. Okay? I hope you are not offended doon sa term nating old ones. But yeah, we are truly grateful for this program, for the Lighthouse family, for ACU for having this opportunity din to voice out mula sa amin. Hindi naman yung pagre-rebelde na type but more on telling you what's the reality na nangyayari. Kasi may mga kasamahan din ako, mga colleagues, mga contemporary. That's the term. May mga contemporary na ganito yung mga nararanasan, mental problems, hindi lang mental problems, kundi relationship problems and more. So we can discuss that as we have our sessions. So you can also actually suggest mga topics wherein everyone could relate. Nung last time si Ate Shoni nag-suggest nung guarding your heart, and everyone was happy. Everyone was happy. Kasi nga lahat ay naka-benefit. There are those who took the advice. There are those also who have shared sentiments, their experience. Kaya nga tinawag mong share mo lang eh. Share your thoughts, share your ideas, share yung mga kwento mo. So alright, this morning or evening, wherever you are, we're going to talk about ito. Tingnan dito sa aking screen ngayon. Overthink Malala. Redundant Overthink na nga, malala pa. I'm thinking of having two versions or two parts of this because I have read an article yesterday about overthinking. Ito talagang for all ages ito eh. Even those who are already old enough tend to still overthink. Hindi siguro overthinking na sa mangyayari sa kinabukasan o sa mga susunod na mga araw. I'm not saying that there's no tendency, pero mas more on sa past yung sa experience. Okay? Or in other words, mga what ifs natin. What if? Mga what if talaga, no? Ayan, may nag-chat na sa akin. Grabe na yan na topic. So please do share. Saglit lang. I'll just adjust my camera here. Okay. So, please do share your thoughts dito sa Overthink Malala, At ang atin pong magiging discussion ngayon is what makes you overthink. This I would like to have this as part 1 kasi we will dwell more on the article. I'm going to present an article here and we're going to insert a little bit of verses and a little bit of mga perspective din mula sa mula na sa Bible, mula pa sa scriptures. Yeah. But on a biblical view on what to really do. But I'm thinking of having that on the next segment na more on sa biblical view naman yung atin pong titignan when we are overthinking, when we are having a lot of what ifs. Okay? So please do share your what if or what makes you overthink. Ano bang nagpapa-overthink sa iyo, kaibigan, sa iyo, kapatid, sa iyo, lighter, na siya ding nagpapapundi ata ng ating ilaw. Kasi nag-overthink tayo. Di ba when you are thinking, just came up in my mind, saktong-sakto. When you are thinking, the logo goes with a light on top of your head. Di ba? Ganun yung mga pinapakita on some cartoons, some animations. But when you overthink, ano bang nangyayari? Does it dim the light in there? Na, yes, Eureka, I have an idea, and then later on, I guess it won't work. I guess this would happen, and then, ayun, sobra-sobra yung inisip niya, hindi na natuloy yung kanyang naging plano. So, are you on that point also right now? Are you experiencing the same? Alright, let me just recognize someone here. We have Brother Jeff Saragosa. DJ Jeff, okay, magbalik loob ka na. Please lang. Later on, soon siguro. At i-adjust muna natin tong setup natin dito kasi hindi pwedeng pang StreamYard o Zoom type ito kasi maglulup po yung audio ko. We'll see later on how it goes. San pa ba dito? We have Sister Shawnee. Shout out sa iyo, DJ Jeff. Hi, Brother Jeff. We miss you. Malaki-laki na ata yung multa mo, DJ Jeff, And we also have Brother Tristan, one of our avid nating listener. Okay. Grabe, sabi niya, Overthink Malala. Grabe naman yan na topic na yan. Okay. Nood na mga insan. So we have a group chat wherein we share some memes, we share some things together. So shout out kanila Insan Dana, Insan Tristan, and Insan Jeff. Mga insan yung tawag na yan. Pero grupo yan ng mga single nasabi nila. Alright, let's recognize Brother Nathan Bravo is also here with us. So probably they can also give us an advice when we are overthinking. We also have, sino pa ba? Sila Sister V, calling out yung atin pong mga adults with full of wisdom. Baka meron po kayong masasabi sa atin pong topiko ngayong umaga o ngayong gabing ito. Alright, let's jump in our topic today. So, overthinking in general, okay, is when you dwell on worry or when you dwell on or worry about the same thing repeatedly. Okay. Alright, in other words, you worry about something over and over and over and over again. And the overthinking can be used by depression, or can be caused by depression, anxiety, and other mental health disorders. It can also contribute to these mental health conditions. At alam ko marami sa atin ang recently na nag-overthink. Okay? Na patapos na yung taon, ano ba yung mga na-accomplish ko sa buhay? You are in a relationship and you have doubts. Actually, may nabasa ako that overthinking is actually caused by trauma. Okay, mga bad situations noon na parang bumabalik sa'yo, it's daunting you, it's, ano bang tawag doon? It's trying to, yung nilalamon ka, pabalik doon, kasi nga nangyari na. So there's trauma, there's overthinking that what if this will happen? Or recently, I've seen a situation from someone and then ako na parang nire-relate ko yung sarili ko doon na what if mangyari din to sa akin, mangyari to sa amin. Okay? And that really leads to overthinking. Alright? So sabi ni Sister V, me sometimes. I think we all do overthink. Okay? Anong masasabi ng mga insan ko dyan sa atin pong 5 na listeners and viewers? And we have also Brother Angelo Tangonan who is here with us. Baka may masabi ka about overthinking, bro. So please do share that and drop that on the comments below. So there are strategies to help stop us from overthinking, including mindfulness, deep breathing, and healthy distraction. So again, on this segment, we will dwell more on the secular view of overthinking. And I hope that everyone is going to also share what they know about overthinking. Yung mga health experts dyan, we also have Sister Shawnee. Si Ate Shawnee, baka may gustong sabihin tungkol sa overthinking. Okay, Overthink Malala. Ay, ilagay nga natin na hashtag yan, Overthink Malala. Yan yung mga linyahan na ngayon ng mga kabataan. Okay? And they are just really expressing themselves na, they are overthinking. Even si Sayacint says, me too. Okay, may mga umaamin na dito. Ako din, taas kamay, taas pa sa mga nag-overthink dyan. Alright, according to this article, I'm actually reading goodrx.com about health topic, mental health, and how can I stop overthinking everything. So I'm looking at that website right now. Alright, overthinking is also referred to as rumination. Yun yung ibang term nung nung rumination, nung overthinking. Okay? Rumination. And let me just check on ano bang pagmumuni-muni ba ang rumination? Yun yung alam ko on rumination. Okay. It's showing me a different term here. Pero when you ruminate, yung talagang yung iniisip mo ng maigi. Ganon. Yung over and over, gagawin ko ba ito? Should I push through with this? Bakit ganon yung nangyari? Meron ka nang kasagutan sa sarili mo. Parang you have already resolved it and then later on, hindi talaga O, di ba? Ate Shoni, when we have our conversation, parang relate na relate tayo doon, Parang, oo, yun nga yun, pero later on, parang hindi Okay, ganon yung mga nagiging datingan ng overthinking. Okay, kaya relate na relate tayong lahat. So it's when you dwell on the same thought or situation over and over to the point that it disrupts your life. Nakakasagabal na sa iba mong trabaho, nakakasagabal na doon sa iyong pagdidesisyon, nakakasagabal na ito doon sa relationship mo din sa iba. Okay, and all other things that you are supposed to be with, you are supposed to do, you are supposed to be in this place, but because of overthinking, you stop. Okay? Meron lang akong i-share, it's not so connected to overthinking, pero yung mga tradition, my father once told me about my grandmother, okay, bless her heart, who is gone now. My grandmother sa father's side ay, ano bang religion niya noon? Okay, but meron silang tradition na meron silang lana doon sa loob po ng bahay. And then, pag may makita daw silang bula, okay, hindi ka pwedeng lumabas kasi nga daw, may mangyayari sa iyong masama. So, most probably that kept them too long at the house kasi ang lana po laging may bula, di ba? So, just something to think about. But, I would like to segue it to overthinking na with just that sign, you would be overthinking, may mangyayari palang masama sa akin kasi ganito yung nakikita ko ngayon. So, yeah, it disrupts your life also. So, some traditions that are not so connected to what we should be doing as Christians. So, yeah, overthinking usually falls into two categories. So, dalawang kategorya. It involves ruminating about the past, yung nangyari na, and worrying about the future. Okay? So, that is overthinking. Usually, overthinking to us ay yung, anong pangalan na nito? More on what will happen tomorrow. Okay? Worrying about the future. But actually, it's also ruminating or pag iisip-isip ng sana hindi ko na ito ginawa, sana ginawa ko ito. Mga what if. So, parehas na what if ganito yung ginawa ko noon, what if ganito yung mangyayari din sa kinabukasan o sa mga susunod na mga oras, susunod na mga pagkakataon. Okay? And if you are struggling as a lighter, as a Christian, bilang mamamayan ng Pilipinas, o kung ano man ang iyong role, nanay, anak, tatay, ano pa ba, estudyante, worker, and co-laborer in the church, okay, we are all struggling, you will feel stuck. We may all feel stuck or unable to take any action at all. And it can be hard to get the thoughts out of your mind or concentrate on anything else. Now, according to Jessica Foley, the hallmark of overthinking is that it's unproductive. Yun daw yung hallmark o yun yung palatandaan ng overthinking. It is not really productive. It is unproductive, sabi niya. According again to her, an example might be spending hours ruminating on a decision and perhaps missing a deadline or losing sleep. Na-experience yun na ba yun? Taas kamay naman dun sa mga sa sobrang pag-overthink, sobra na nga overthink pa, okay? Overthink malala nga, hindi nyo na nagawa yung isang deadline, project, or trabaho, and you don't even sleep at night. Nahirapan ka nang matulog sa gabi kasi nga ang dami mo nang iniisip. I am on the other hand, I think of some ideas like paano ko kinukuha yung tulog ko. I'd like to share mo lang na pag meron pong activity dito, more on like shirt design or like a publication material, I'd be thinking on how to place this and that, how to what design, what font, whatever it is. Ganon yung nasa isip ko eh. Then later on, I would find myself sleeping na. Okay? Nakatulog tuloy ako ng mahimbing kasi nga yun yung aking mga naiisip. Okay? But not really more on overthinking kasi yun eh, yung sa side ko naman. More on brainstorming with yourself. Okay? But that's the reality of it, about overthinking. Ano? Si Sis V, sabi niya, si Ate V, nag-share din po dito, ako pag nalaman ng kaibigan ko na nag-overthinking ako, palagi niya sinasabi ng iba nga walang roof to stay, food to eat, or may mga malalang sakit, while ako okay naman. Kaya no need to overthink. Okay? I believe on the side, yan yung sa side po ninyo. Thank you, Ate V, for sharing about worrying, what to probably eat, what to probably provide. Siguro involved din finances, on reading between the lines doon sa yung na-share. Thank you so much. Alright, while overthinking can cause stress, totoo din naman, nakaka-stress yung overthinking. Not all stress is bad. Okay, just to point out on that. Not all stress is bad, according to GoodRx. Why? Because in short term, thinking a lot about a stressful situation can prompt you, pwedeng itulak ka to make a move. Okay? Meron din palang good effect itong stress. Siguro kahit yung overthinking per se, pero yun nga. It can push you, it can prompt us to make a move. Okay? And when you're nervous about an important work presentation, for example, when you are also at school or kahit anumang trabaho, that stress can help you spring into action. As we have stated a while ago, it might make you work harder. Ito pa siguro yung magiging reason kung bakit mas magtatrabaho o pag iigihan mo pa, pagtatrabahuan mo pa yung project or output na yon. And get to work a bit early the day of the presentation to ensure you're on time. And sometimes, overthinking can give you insight into your values and potential areas for personal growth. Meron din naman palang ikinabuti itong overthinking. Again, it says, it can give you insight into your values. What else? It can also give insight or it can motivate or push potential areas for your personal growth. Kaya nga may sinabi dito si Folly that not all overthinking is bad. But it becomes unhealthy. Okay? Let's draw a line there. Meron din palang unhealthy or magiging unhealthy din pala ito when it prevents you from taking action or interferes with your daily life and well-being. Let me repeat that. It becomes unhealthy if it prevents you from taking action or interferes with your daily life and well-being. Okay. Hindi pala maganda din ang pag-overthink, And what are the signs of overthinking? Bago tayo mag-proceed po doon, ipakita lang natin ito. Overthink malala. What makes you overthink? Okay. Pero ipunto lang din natin dito, what are the signs of overthinking? Baka makarelate ang lahat dito. Kaway-kaway at mag-leave ng me. Okay? Wag mine. Kasi pag i-mine mo yan, talagang mag-over. Ito lahat ng sinyales ay mapapasayo. Comment me na lang or put an emoji na nakataas yung kamay. Kung meron ngang nakataas yung paa, ilagay nyo rin po dyan yung emoji na yan. Alright, what are the signs that you may be overthinking or ruminating? Number 1, thinking about the same thoughts, worries, or fears over and over again. Ulitin ko. Thinking about the same thoughts, worries, or fears over and over again. Number 2, imagining worst-case scenarios. Ulitin ko. Imagining worst-case scenarios. Okay. Number 3, repeatedly replaying something bad that had happened in the past. Ulitin ko. Okay. Repeatedly replaying something bad that happened in the past. Yung sa isipan mo, palaging nagfa-flashback. yung mga masasamang pangyayari. Okay? That's one of the signs of overthinking. O baka nakarelate dyan si Brother Tristan. Kaway-kaway naman dyan. Number 4 is spending lots of time thinking negative thoughts about the past or future. Okay? Sabi niya, spending lots of time thinking negative thoughts about the past or future. Ikaw ba yan? Sunod po, number 5, feeling down or depressed because of your thoughts. Feeling down or depressed because of your thoughts. Number 6, thinking about something so much that you have difficulty concentrating or anything else. Nabanggit na rin ito kanina. You are thinking too much. Sobra, no? Next, continuing to think about a reasonable solution. Dalawang kamay nakataas sa akin. Kahit pa. Bakit? Ulitin ko. Continuing to think about a situation when you have already figured out a reasonable solution. Yung natapos mo na ngang nabigyan ng solusyon, reasonable solution, pero iniisip mo ng paulit-ulit yung sitwasyon. Nag-a-analyze ka na naman, meron ka ng nahanap na solusyon, hindi ba? Ako, most of the time, that's my sign of overthinking. Sa side ko po yan. Being unable to move, the last sign, if you are overthinking, being unable to move on the next important issue because you keep ruminating on the same problem. Ulitin natin. Hindi ka makamove on doon sa susunod na issue, important issue, kasi paulit-ulit mong iniisip ang parehas na problema. Oh. Ayan, may mga nag-comment dito. We have Sis Jessie saying, I agree po. When overthinking, I can't focus. Getting anxious pa po. Tapos nag-ouch din si Sis Jessie. Mag-ouch lang, pero nasa biyahe ka. Hold on there, Sis Jessie. Alright. Sis Jem or DJ Jem saying, you think so much, Ate V. Mag-online shopping ka na lang. Ayan, mga nambubudol na naman, sila Sis Jem. Sis Jessica also raising her hand. Nakarelate ata dun sa ating pinag-usapan. Sis Jem also saying, magandang umaga at gabi po sa lahat. Okay. Hello again sa atin pong 3 na viewers dito po sa Facebook. I believe sa Facebook lang ito. Wala na sa YouTube. Alright. So, what causes people to overthink? Yun yung tanong natin talaga ngayon eh. What causes people to overthink? What makes you overthink? Yun yung gusto nating i-share po ninyo. Or, you could also share to us, what do you do when you overthink? Ano yung cure? Okay? Ano yung cure mo when you overthink? So, let's answer that. What causes people to overthink? Okay, merong entry dito si Ate Shoni. Sabi niya, insecurity. Okay. That's one, actually. Sabi naman ni DJ Jem, hello sis Jess and Jessica po. Hello, my majesty. Ayan. Alright, there are many reasons why people may overthink. In some cases, a person may be aware that they are overthinking. For others, overthinking is unconscious, meaning that they're not aware that they are doing it. Alright? While each person is different, iba-iba naman tayo, here are some common causes of overthinking. Number 1, okay, controlling anxiety. Okay, you are trying to control yung iyong pag-worry. For some people, overthinking can be a way of trying to control a situation or to feel more confident about what to do next. According to a psychiatrist or a neuropsychologist in New York City, Sanam Hafiz, when you're overthinking, the brain attempts to reduce your anxiety by thinking through possible scenarios and trying to predict what will happen. I agree with this. When you are overthinking, the brain, okay, ginagawa daw ng brain, it reduces your anxiety. Bakit nare-reduce yung anxiety? Kasi ang ginagawa daw ng utak, while overthinking, it's trying to go through all possible scenarios and trying to predict what will happen. Like, if I go for decision A, this is going to happen. Consequences. Decision B, Ganito rin yung mga mangyayari, mga consequences. Decision C. Okay. And imbes na somehow yung worry talaga, parang you are trying to make a path for really a solution. But later on, sa sobrang dami mong options, on my take, sa sobrang dami mong options, babalik ka lang din na ma-anxious na ang dami kong naisip pero saan doon ang iti-take ko? Saan dito yung dapat kong gawin? Okay? But when overthinking, people often get stuck in this mode and having trouble moving on and taking action. The problem with overthinking is that our mind almost always comes up with another worry question. Tama. The problem with overthinking is that our mind almost always comes up with another way or another worry question. While overthinking for this reason is meant to help you, it often ends up causing more trouble in the long run. Okay? So, hindi lang, unang-una, controlling anxiety. That's one of the causes of overthinking. Number 2 is perfectionism. Sino yung mga OC? OC na tawag nila. Alam niyo ba yung OC? Obsessive Compulsive. OCD ngayon eh. Obsessive Compulsive Disorder. Okay? And they would fall on perfectionist. That's my understanding doon po sa OC, ano? But I believe hindi naman lahat at may mga ibang diba, symptoms na ikaw ay may pagiging OC. Okay? OC na lang yung ating term. Alright. Researchers believe that perfectionists are more likely to ruminate than others. Yes. Because they're trying to really make it so smooth, so perfect. And these are people who set high standards for themselves and for others. Baka ikaw yung isa sa mga perfectionist na nababanggit dito. Perfectionists and overachievers have tendencies to overthink because the fear of failing and the need to be perfect takes over, which leads to replaying or criticizing decisions and mistakes. Ganun yung mga nangyayari. Naka-PhD po yan. Yan, pag-perfectionist. Okay. Yan, isa siguro yan sa word nung PhD, perfectionist. Perfectionist, highest level doctor. Ayun ba yun, yung PhD? Alright, philosophy doctor, pero ginawan ng ibang meaning. Yeah, but that's one of the triggers or reasons why we overthink. Because we are really perfectionist. So, perfectionist ka ba? Baka ikaw na to. Alright, number 3 would be shame. Okay, kahihiyan. O isang bagay na kahiya-hiya na nag-overthink ka. Shame is when you feel bad about yourself because of past behavior. And this is true. Mga nakakahiyang ginawa natin na anong tawag nito? Na nabanggit, nabitawan ng mga salita. This would cause shame. Okay. Yung PhD daw, permanent head damage. Ayun pala yun. Grabe. Sister Gem, ha? May peace pa doon sa dulo. People may dwell on things they did in the past that they regret and wish that they could change. Kasi itong mga nakakahiyang mga bagay na ito na naipakita nila na iwan sa ibang mga tao, okay? This is also regret na sabing, what if hindi ko ginawa yun, edi wala akong reputation na ganito. What if hindi ko na lang nabitawan yun, edi meron sana kaming magandang relasyon ngayon. Meron sana ako ng ganitong bagay. Okay? So, people may dwell on things that they did in the past that they regret and wish that they could change. For example, a person may ruminate about a relationship that ended and about failed venture. May nakarelate dito ah. A person may ruminate about a relationship that ended. Okay? Did not end well. To some degree, thinking about past mistakes can help you learn and do better in the future. But ruminating about them can lead to negative feelings about yourself and depression. Another reason and trigger of overthinking is indecisiveness. Nabanggit ko to kanina. Nabanggit ko to kanina doon sa ating comment section. Indecisiveness, yung hindi ka makapag-decide. Or makapag-decide ka ngayon, tapos maya-maya, ay hindi pala, ganito na lang pala gagawin ko. So later on, ay hindi, iba na lang. Ang dami-dami, Kasi, doon nga papasok yung what ifs. Okay. Si decision A, decision 1, yan, ito yung gagawin ko. But later on, meron palang mas maganda. Mas magandang decision. Iniisip yung consequence. Okay. Okay din. Later on, meron pang mas maganda. Until, yun, hindi ka na makapag-decide. Okay. So, a lot of things that you are thinking. So, thinking through pros and cons of any decision is helpful in many ways. Of course, totoo din yun. You need to think through. You need to really, dapat mong iset aside din yung emotions mo. Dapat mong i-think through, dapat paulit-ulit mong isipin, ano ba ang magiging epekto nito sa akin, epekto nito sa ibang mga tao. So, there's that pro. Yun yung advantage of thinking through your decision. But the cons on that would be, sobrang dami mo nang iniisip. Okay? Magiging, anong tawag na yun ito? You will not get to the bottom of it or till the last decision that you would like to really be executing. But it can turn out into overthinking if you repeatedly go over your options and don't get any closer to making a decision. This is more likely to happen when it comes to big decisions like where to buy a house or whether to take a new job. Probably you could all relate to that, or some of you could relate to that. Now, the next thing that we're going to discuss is overthinking a mental health condition. Okay. Now, it says here on the article that overthinking is not recognized as a mental disorder by itself. Okay, just to clarify, by itself. Kasi kung mental health disorder po yan or mental health condition, all of us will be having a disorder. Okay, kasi all of us will always come to the point of overthinking. But research, according to research, has found that it's often a symptom of other mental health condition. Okay? Ito ay isang symptom lang ng mga mental health conditions. Hindi pala iba kasi hindi naman mental disorder ang overthinking eh. So it's a symptom. Okay? So you need to really get to the bottom of it, to the root cause na sabi nila. For example, anxiety and depression can contribute to overthinking. And people who've experienced a trauma may be hypervigilant. Ayun yung term niya, hypervigilant. Or on high alert for danger at all times. Okay. Mental health conditions that may cause overthinking, ito yung mga nasa listahan po natin. Ito ulitin natin, mental health conditions na nagkukos. Sila yung nagiging rason kung bakit ka nag-overthink or bakit nag-overthink yung isang tao. Number 1 is depression. Number 2, anxiety disorder. Number 3, obsessive-compulsive disorder, yung ating nabanggit kanina, OCD. And number 4 is PTSD, which is post-traumatic stress disorder. Again, I am not ano bang tawag nito? Yung medical or professional, but I'm just reading here. But I could relate to this kasi yun din yung mga nakikita ko at mga nababasa pa. Okay. So what are the effects of overthinking? What are the effects of overthinking? Overthinking, okay, or everyone overthinks at times. And I know everyone could really testify to that. But if you overthink a lot, it can affect your health and daily life. At si Ate Shawnee, sabi niya, insomnia. I believe so. That this could be, yun yung isang symptom din, or symptom niya, I should say, yung overthinking. Insomnia, hindi ka makatulog. So, ayun, mag-isip ka na lang. Isip ng isip hanggang sa ang dami mo nang naisip, it tends you to overthink. Migraine daw. Nako, parang may iba atang kasunod itong migraine sakit sa ulo. Okay, pero okay. Yun pala, isang symptom ba ng migraine ay pag-overthink? Okay. At least po daw, sumasakit yung utak. Okay, ibig sabihin daw po nun, merong utak. Yun yung mga naririnig ko lang, ano. So going back, effects of overthinking, it can affect your health and daily life, which is true. For some people, overthinking can make up so much of their time that it affects their ability to keep up with their responsibilities at home or at work. What are some of the side effects of overthinking? May side effects po ang overthinking. Or other words, mga consequences. May mga consequences po itong overthinking. Kaya mag-isip-isip ka. Pag-isipan mo kung mag-overthink ka. O, 'di ba? Anong term na doon? The paradox of such a statement. Okay? Or, yeah. So, pag-isip-isipan mo. Alright, what are the side effects of overthinking? Ayan, inunahan na ni Sis Jessie, loss of appetite. Actually, pang ilan ba yan? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pang 6 yan. So, you got 1 check. Okay. So, may napanalunan kang like. Okay, yun na yun. Alright. So, what are the side effects of overthinking? Ano bang nagiging epekto ng pag-overthink? Increased stress. Kaya na-stress kasi ang daming mga what ifs sa isipan. Next, poor focus. Hindi ka makapag-focus. Number 3, difficulty in making decisions. Nahirapan ka pang mag-desisyon. Next, excessive guilt. May guilt din pala, no? Next, sleeping problems. Na nabanggit kanina, insomnia. Next, appetite changes. Sunod po dito, digestive issues like nausea or diarrhea. Mapapasuka ka din pala sa pag-overthink. Hindi naman sa mapapasuka yung gusto mong masuka pag ikaw daw ay nag-overthink. I have not gotten to that point and I'm grateful. Sana kayo din po hindi umabot sa ganyan. Kasi it's from the mind going to the physical now. Okay, from mental to physical effect na ito. Headaches. Yung nabanggit kanina, yung migraine. Okay, next is fatigue. Yung sobrang pagod. O sobrang pagod, I should say. Fatigue. Sabi naman ni Sister Jem, mag-overthink sa pag-overthink po ba? Yun nga eh. Now, there are types of overthinking. Again, this segment po, more on the secular view. And hopefully, next segment ay atin pong tatalakayin yung perspective naman from the Bible on how to overcome. Okay. How to overcome overthinking. Para naman meron tayong mga pag-uusapan pa. Baka may gusto ding i-share yung iba. So, alam nyo na kung anong pag-uusapan po natin next week. At alam nyo na rin kung ano yung dapat nyong i-share. Dapat talaga. Okay. Hindi natin ito i-demand sa lahat. Hindi natin ito hindi natin pipilitin. Sabi nila, we will not force you, but it is compulsory. Tama ba, Ate Shoni? Hindi daw i-demand, pero it is compulsory. But I hope everyone could also share their thoughts doon sa overthinking. What you are doing right now. Okay. Sabi ni Ate Shoni, personal effect, overeat. Personal effect. Personal sentiment ba, Ate Shoni? Si Ate Shoni na sabi niya, voluntold. Yun lang. Sa Bisaya ata yun. Yung volunteer. I forgot the term dun sa Bisaya, no? Let me remember later. But going back, types of overthinking. May iba't ibang klase po ng pag-overthink. Saan ka kaya dito makakategorize? The common types of cognitive distortions. Okay? Because these types of overthinking, okay, they engage in cognitive distortions. Yung meaning ng distortion, yung masisira yung, parang ang arrange tapos madidistort, masisira yung sobrang gandang pagkakaayos. Okay, that's the meaning of distortion. So, cognitive distortions are unhelpful ways of thinking that can lead to stress, anxiety, and depression. So, what are the types of cognitive distortions? Number 1 is all or nothing. Viewing these things as always one way or always another, with no gray area in between. Okay, all or nothing. Viewing things as always one way or always another. Isa ka ba? Yan ba yung type ng pag-overthink mo? Next is catastrophizing. From the word catastrophe, yung worst scenario or bad situation. So, catastrophizing means thinking about the worst case possible or worst possible outcome in a situation. Next, overgeneralizing. Ganyan ka din ba mag-overthink? Okay, overgeneralizing. Are you assuming that something will always be certain? You are always assuming that something will always be a certain way based on one or a few instances. Ito, nakaka-relate ako dito sa overgeneralizing na dahil naranasan ito ni person A towards someone, okay, or towards this thing, ganon din ang mangyayari sa akin. Okay, that's overgeneralizing. But that's not always the scenario because we all have different circumstances. Pero I'm laying out is that there is this type of overthinker na nag-o-overgeneralize. The next type of overthinking, baka ikaw to, okay, jumping to conclusions. Okay, jumping to conclusions, assuming that you know something will turn out without sufficient evidence. Okay, you are assuming that you know something will turn out without sufficient evidence. Yan yung jumping to conclusions. Na may mga tanong dito, ano? Over-analyzing po. Okay? Over-analyzing. Yeah. Pero dito kasi is types of overthinking. Either you are all or nothing, you are catastrophizing, yung worst case scenario, overgeneralizing. And then Sis Jessie is asking also repetitive thoughts. Yeah, that's overthinking in general. Over and over na iniisip mo. And lastly, the type of overthinking is mind reading. Abot pa pala sa ganitong type of overthinking, ano? Mind reading. Believing you know that someone else is thinking without much evidence. Grabe. Ang galing naman nitong mga mind readers na overthinkers. Because they believe that this person would know what sabi dito, believing you know what someone else is thinking without much evidence. Or ikaw mismo pala na nag-overthink, alam mo yung nasa isip nitong taong ito. Kaya minsan doon tayo nahuhuli na anong tawag nun? Parang nabubulgar tuloy yung mga hindi dapat kasi nag-assume ka na alam niya, okay, nag-assume ka na ganito yung mga nakita niya, pero later on you would find out it's you who have spilled the tea, or you have spilled something that isn't supposed to be known by that other person. Okay? Ilang beses na ako na ganito na I have assumed, nag-overthink ako na alam ni brother so and so or ni sister na ganito, and then sobrang confrontational ko, magtatanong ako bakit ganito yung iniisip mo, or ano bang alam kong alam mo, mga ganong bagay. And then sabi niya, hindi ko naman alam yan pero ngayon alam ko na. Okay? And shout out kay Brother Tristan kasi one time I was able to do that sa kanya. Okay, not in a negative way pero yun nga, parang na-assume ko na parang may alam si Brother Tristan eh. But when I told him about it, hindi pala niya alam. Parang anong tawag nun? Ako lang din ang nahuli sa sarili kong bibig. Yan yung term sa Filipino, di ba? Saan ba nahuli ang isda? Sa sarili niya daw na bibig. Alright. So, probably you can have thoughts regarding that. What makes you overthink? Okay. Dito, they say po, don't assume unless otherwise stated. That's true. Don't assume unless otherwise stated. Sabi naman ni Sister Jem, judgmental. Judgmental pala yung gano'n, yung mind reader. Na yung term naman natin na Gen Z diyan, yung decision ka. Okay? Mapag-decision ka. O desisyonan mo na. So how can you be able to stop overthinking? Okay. How can I stop overthinking everything? So we would really come to a point that we would be overthinking. But how do you stop it? How do you break that cycle? Kasi nga, magiging cycle ito because it goes over and over and over again. Okay? It cycles. So yun yung nangyayari doon. So according to experts, these are their tips. Again, on a secular view. Number 1, keep track of triggers and patterns. Again, number 1 is keep track of triggers and patterns. Keep a journal or write down specific moments that cause you to overthink. After a while, you'll begin to notice patterns. And this can help you recognize overthinking triggers when they happen. Then you can develop a coping strategy for situations that you know will lead to overthinking. So, hanapin mo kung ano yung mga nagtitrigger sa'yo. Ano yung mga pattern na nangyayari. After the trigger, you think of ganito yung nangyayari kaagad pag nakita mo itong isang bagay na ito, o pag may nasabi sa'yong ganitong salita, o pag meron kang moment na uupo ka lang tapos it would pop up. And you try to write down a specific moment, sabi niya, ano yung magiging pattern? Ano yung magiging magiging path nung decisions mo, or anong magiging takbo na nung araw mo right after that trigger. Okay? So, try to keep up. Okay? Keep up with those, or keep track with those triggers and patterns. Number 2 is challenge your thoughts. Okay? You challenge your thoughts. It might not feel like it, but you don't have to believe everything your mind tells you. In a secular view, okay? Don't listen and believe everything what your mind tells you. Doon nga tayo nadidistract eh. Yan yung sinasabing yung sarili natin ang mismong kalaban natin. Okay? Because we believe everything what our mind tells us. Ito talaga yung dapat mong gawin. Okay? So, we all struggle also with ourselves, or we try to combat, we try to wrestle. Okay, yung hinanap ko palang term, hindi struggle. We try to wrestle with our minds na, wag yung, ang naisip kasi natin on the conscious side is meron yung devil sa kabila, meron yung anghel sa kabila, na yung laging portray sa mga movies, sa mga animation na may isa na bumubulong ng ganito yung dapat mong gawin, wag mong gawin yan, ganito dapat. Okay? But I believe that's not the case. Okay? No matter how they input that on the television, on the shows, I believe it's still the mind that is your friend, or it can also be your foe. Okay? That's my take. Or you could also share to me kung anong thoughts nyo po tungkol doon. But yeah, you need to challenge your thoughts. A good way to challenge rumination is try to take a step back and view them objectively. Okay? View them objectively. Na, I'm going to do this because I want to do, or I want to achieve this kind of thing. Okay? So, just that. Or, ang dami kasing options na i-layout nung mind po natin, di ba? And because of those, yun nga, ang dami-daming thoughts, ang dami-daming consequences na pumapasok sa isipan natin. Daming options. We need to try na bumalik na, what is the purpose of my decision? What is the purpose of my action right now? Diba? Or if it's in the past, what will this help me when I overthink? Can it change the things that already happened? Mababago ba nito yung nangyari na noon? Yung kahihiyan na nagawa ko noon? Mababago ba ng overthinking yung aking ginagawa o yung nagawa ko noon? So look at the evidence of the situation to see if a thought is logical, reasonable, or helpful. Ulitin ko yan. Look at the evidence of a situation. If a thought is logical, reasonable, or helpful. If you can see that your thoughts don't make sense and aren't useful, it can make them easier to manage. Kaya nga, you challenge your thoughts. You just ask simple questions. Does this make sense? Or is it useful? If both, I know, o kahit isa nga lang doon, I know, kasi if it doesn't make sense, it won't be really useful. It's easier to manage them. Diba? Going back to guarding our hearts, it would also help you to guard your thoughts. Ano? Because you know your priorities. You would know what to be able to finish first, what would be the things that are so significant to you. Tanong ni Ate Shawnee, you mean talk to yourself po? Most probably, yun yung naisip ko din po doon. So, to talk to yourself. Kasi this is more on self-reflection, self-analyzation. But don't talk to yourself in a room na kung saan natatawa si Ate Shawnee. Parang iba yung naisip. Sabi naman ni Ate Shawnee dito na ang dapat daw gawin to stop overthinking is to distract yourself. Listen to the Lighthouse Radio. Ayun. Shout out sa ating mga DJs and listeners. Thank you so much sa inyo pong mga efforts. To those who are broadcasting, to those who are listening. Every time na nagla-log in ako sa Mixlr, I would be seeing almost the same accounts, the same, hindi lang faces, but the same list of people who are always continuing on, ang tawag nito, on being with us. So, shout out din po sa inyo. So, that's one. Okay? Distract yourself. Listen to the Lighthouse para hindi ka mag-overthink. Makinig ka na lang ng music. Okay? So, if you're watching here on Facebook, you can also actually shift to Mixlr under the description button. On the description of this video, meron pong link doon proceeding to our channel. Okay. Kasi, bakit natin na-insert na naman ito? Kasi nga, may nag-suggest, how can you stop overthinking? You listen, you surround yourself with good people, with good things. Okay. And the Lighthouse is one of those. Okay. Number 3 is get help from your friends. Okay. You are not on this alone. Get help from your friends. Why? Because they can be helpful to get perspective and support. And even them, okay, all of the people around us also overthink. Makaka-relate sila dyan and ask, how did they overcome? Ano bang ginawa nila para mabigyan ng solusyon yung pag-overthink nila noon? Diba? Ask a trusted friend to weigh in with their thoughts on an issue that's bothering you. Or probably they have 1 or 2 suggestions that you could do if you are overthinking. And you can also ask them to nudge you when you seem like you're overthinking an issue. And this is what Sister V, Ate V, stated kanina na may magre-remind sa kanya na, asan na ba yun yung sinabi niya kanina? May magsasabi daw sa kanya na ng ganitong mga bagay. So, they can also be your, what's the term na? Accountability partner, accountability friend. Okay, na yung talang suntukin ka siguro, no? Hindi naman siguro suntukin. Pero yung a tap on the back that saying, hey, you're overthinking. You stop that. Or you think of good things. Set your mind on things above. Ganon. Or think of on the positive ones. So choose a friend who already knows how you manage or how to manage overthinking. Choose that friend. Mapagkakatiwalaan mo. And research has found that co-rumination, okay, too much discussing and going over problem with friends can actually make anxiety worse. So there is, drawing again the line, if you are also putting too much on the table or spilling a lot of tea, as we have our idioms there, na hindi rin ito nakakatulong. Okay? Because too much information can, yung information overload, especially on friends na hindi mo ganun na, nang tawag nun. Yung iba hindi mapagkakatiwalaan. Okay? This could make your anxiety worse. Kasi, nasabi mo sa ganitong tao, nasabi mo sa ganitong pagkakataon, then mas madadagdagan ata yung pag-iisip mo na, bakit ko sinabi yun sa ganitong friend, hindi naman dapat. Or baka sabihin nung pinagsabihan ko sa ganitong tao, na ayaw ko sanang umabot din sa kanya. Okay, so do not also discuss too much or going over problems with friends. Sabi ni Brother Tristan, I believe this is on the how can you stop in overthinking. I think maganda talaga yung pag-reach out sa friends, especially sa mga advice na nakakatulong sa situation. Ganyan mostly ginagawa ko to ease yung iniisip ko at I am beyond grateful sa mga taong handang makinig sa mga problems ko or sa pag-overthink. And Brother Tristan says, it's not a sign of weakness but a character of courage and humility and trust. I agree with you, Brother Tristan, on that. So we need others. Diba? No one is an island. We all need someone whom we could trust, rely, lean on, ganon. And that is true. That is not a sign of weakness. Reliance to others, okay? You are also following a biblical principle that when the load is too much, you can share the load with someone else, diba? Carry each other's burden if you cannot carry your own burden. So we inserted a biblical view there. But again, next week, hopefully we can have more regarding overthinking. So parang may konting flashback. May konting review po tayo later on what we have discussed or what we are discussing right now on the secular view about overthinking. Next po, number 4 is move your body. That's one of the tawag nito, overthinking counters. Pag-counter sa overthinking. Plenty of research shows that exercise may help lessen depression, anxiety, or other mental health conditions, and exercise may help with chronic overthinking too. Actually, yung overthinking, sa akin po, overthinking actually prompts me to move my body. Parang mas naisip ko kasi I've been seeing some videos, I've been seeing some people who are really big. Okay? At ako naman would say, what if ganito yung mangyari sa akin? I don't want that to happen. So, I tend to really move my body. Okay? Hindi naman ako nagpapapayat pero I just don't want to be, anong tawag nun? Na mag-degrade, mag-weaken yung katawan. And I hope you do also the same. Okay? Exercise, sabi ni Mrs. Jessie. Even a 5-minute walk around the block or sa kung saan man kayo, sa kanto, sa park, o sa kung saan nyo gustong maglakad, it can send influx of good chemicals and hormones like endorphins to our brain. And physical movement might also help shift your nervous system out of a fight, flight, freeze mode. That's physical movement. Ang ganda ng solution na ito. This may help calm any trauma-related rumination you are experiencing. And it's true, it's calming. Okay? Yung mas napapagalaw yung katawan mo, unlike if you are just at the sofa, at the bed, trying to scroll sa Facebook, sa Instagram, sa Threads, sa TikTok, or whatever social media platform you are using, okay? It triggers na, okay, ganito lang, very complacent, okay? And then pag nag-scroll ka pa dyan, yun yung isang parang practical side, When you're scrolling, nakita mo, mabuti pa si ganitong tao, may sasakyan, may bahay. Okay, what if ganito din sa akin? What if hindi ako tumuloy sa ganitong trabaho? What if sumama na rin lang ako sa kanya? Mga ganong mga what ifs, So, imbes na entertain ka, nakapag-relax ka on just scrolling through, hindi na. Okay? Napa-overthink ka pa. What if use that time na mag-scroll ka to just move your body? Okay? Do some push-ups, run in place, ano pa ba? Go and jog. Okay? Move your body. That's one of the solutions for overthinking. Next, number 5. Okay, indulge in a healthy distraction. Yun yung sinabi ni Ate Shoni kanina, a healthy distraction. Okay, distract yourself. Sabi niya kasi, listen to the lighthouse. When you're overthinking, it can be hard to focus on anything else. That's why you need to shift into a different thing. Distract yourself from overthinking. Yun yung ibig sabihin niya. Kaya nga, healthy distraction. Some examples would be reading a book, watching a movie or a few episodes of a show. Number 3 is doing an activity that you enjoy or socializing with friends. Those kind of things. And sa akin naman, I've read like an article. It's either you do something or you do nothing. Okay? You choose either. Like when you are reading, just read. Okay, don't also multitask. And if you do not do anything, just go out, painit ka, stare at a good view, and just wag kang mag-isip, just look at what's around you. Okay, look at a picture. Pwedeng ganon. Wag mong pahirapan yung sarili mo. Don't make it too hard for yourself. Don't make it too complicated also for yourself. And be careful to avoid soothing yourself with some chemicals or some substance. I will not mention them. But also yung unhealthy behaviors. Don't have that distraction din. They may distract you from overthinking in short term, but they can lead to long-term problems. Ayun din yung isa. Next, number 6. Try breathing techniques, breathing exercises, as they call it. Okay? When you are stressed and overthinking, okay, it's common for your breath to come more shallow. Okay? It comes shallow. So to help counter this, try deep breathing. This involves taking in slow and intentional deep breaths. If you have an app, you can like download any app na kung saan tutulungan ka niya on breathing exercises. Yung siya yung magsasabi na inhale and then exhale. Ganong mga bagay. I'm using an app actually which is connected to my watch. Okay? Siya pa nga magre-remind sa akin that after lunch, you need to do a deep breathing. Okay? Meron pa nga siyang pang-detect ng stress level eh. Kaya, once nakita ko yung stress level ko, okay. Tapos, kung medyo mataas, tatanong, ano bang nagpa-stress sa akin ngayon? Sa mga ganong mga bagay. So, there are different deep breathing techniques that you can try. So, just search that. Okay, baka makatulong. When you're overthinking, take a deep breath. Or, ayun nga. And then, nasa sayo kung gaano katagal. Pero, yun nga, may pattern. Ito, we have Sister Jessica also saying, lessen screen time po at iwas sa social media po kasi minsan madami pong mga content or negativity na nakaka-trigger po ng overthinking. Sabi po, shift your focus. And that's correct. Thank you, Sis Jessica, for pointing that out. Ate Shani also saying, confide things to a trusted friend is most helpful po. Yes. At least you would know that you are not on this battle on your situation alone. There are also someone else having the same struggle, having the same wrestle with his or herself. Okay, or himself or herself. And sabi ni Sis ni Ate Shawnee, agree Brother Tristan. Ayan, exercise nga. Next is practice mindfulness. Saan ba tong listahan na to? Practice mindfulness. Mindfulness meditation involves staying aware of the present moment. Okay. There will come a time na yes, we are in that place, we are in class, we are at work, pero yung isip natin nakauwi na ng bahay na naman, nakarating na ng Baguio, nakarating na ng saan ba? Nakarating na ng Spain, Ate Shoni, nakarating na ng Pulumulok sa Mindanao, sa Cebu or somewhere else. Okay. But practice mindfulness. Yun kasi ang tendency din ng pag-overthink na parang nalibot mo na yung buong mundo, bumalik ka kasi sa mga places o mga bagay na noon ay ganito ngayong ginawa mo, you're ashamed or you are looking forward to a trip na hindi pa naman mangyayari or mangyayari pa lang naman. Okay? But be aware of the present moment. Okay? This can help you rein in unwanted thoughts. And there are many different ways to practice mindfulness. How? So it says here, aim for 10 to 15 minutes of mindfulness practice. And how to do them? Listen to a guided meditation audio. Probably you can have an audio Bible. Okay? Take a mindful walk. Okay? Notice what you see and hear and feel the sensation of your legs and feet walking. Yan. Take a few minutes to notice any physical sensation, thoughts, or emotion that may come up. Try not to judge your thoughts or emotions. Lastly, focus your attention on breathing. If your mind gets distracted, notice this and return your attention to breath. Okay? So those are the ways wherein you can practice mindfulness. When you practice any form of mindfulness, it's common for thoughts to pop up. When this happens, just notice that your mind has shifted and bring your attention back to your breath, senses, and or the recording. The act of noticing and bringing yourself back is the most important part of mindfulness. Sabi nga Sis Jessie, asking the right questions po and always be grateful. Yes, that's so correct and I agree with that. Papasok dyan later on yung ating biblical or the scriptural view, which will be next week. Okay. Number 8 na solution para maibsan-ibsan naman yung ating pong pag-overthink is reframe as in frame na yung picture frame. Okay, reframe negative thoughts. Okay, may negative thoughts pero you try to reframe it. Palitan mo. Okay? Or may gagawin ka, you can tweak it. When you're stuck with overthinking, okay, it can be hard to see a situation any other way. But the reality is that you may not always think rationally about something that happened or will happen in the future. Try to reframe your thoughts to help you see a situation from another point of view. Ask yourself the following questions. Is this thought helpful? Okay? Or is it hurting? Is this helping me? Or is it hurting me? Diba, Brother Tristan? Sis Jessie? Ate Shawnee? Sis Jess and Jessie are here. DJ Jem? Si Sis Haya? Si Ate V? Okay. Is this thought helping or hurting me? Next question, is this thought true in all circumstances? Or are there times when this thought isn't true? Baka imagination mo lang yan. Am I basing my conclusion on facts or feelings? No. Am I basing my conclusion, my thoughts, on facts or feelings? The other question is, what's the likelihood that this will happen? Anong possibility na ito ay mangyayari talaga? Am I exaggerating? Or am I just being truthful to myself? So, yun yung mga tanong, ano? Ano pa ba? So, now try coming up with a new thought that's both helpful and true. For example, if you keep thinking, I am going to bomb that interview, I'm going to fail that interview, you can instead say, I can't predict exactly how the interview is going to go, but I can do my best to prepare for it. Diba? I cannot predict exactly how the interview is going to go, but I can do my best to prepare for it. So, reframing lang. Okay. Reframing lang. Something negative into you being ready of it, but try to shift into a different perspective. Meron nga akong tanong, ano? I think we can discuss this on some other time. Pero naisip ko lang po ito. If you are on the overthinking side and deciding din, when you are preparing for something, like nabanggit dito on an interview, when you prepare for, that's like your plan A. Given. That's your plan A na, tawag nito, plan A is go and ace the interview and have this work. That's your plan A. Pero, kung nag-ready ka na ng plan B, is it telling yourself that you are ready to fail? That's my question. Kasi hanggang ngayon, iniisip ko pa din yon na kung meron kang plan A, pero nag-set ka na ng plan B, are you already willing to let go or are you already ready na mag-fail si plan A? So just something to lay out sa inyo, ano. Si Sis Jess, okay, nagsabi siya dito, law of attraction po. Actually, I'm going to have a discussion on that, the law of attraction. Kailangan ko pa lang ng further study on that. Pero there are those who are accepting that thought or that theory, the law of attraction. And there are those who have a negative comment regarding the law of attraction. So we're going to discuss that later on. Some of these days, hindi ko alam kung sa December ba o sa January makikita natin. Because the likelihood of that is magiging busy tayo, busy na naman, by the end of, or by the start of December. Okay. Ang nakikita ko po dito, broadcast ng ACU will be until the last week of November, first week of December rather. Then right after that, sunod-sunod na po. Papaalam na ako kaagad kay DJ May na because of our schedule here, baka sunod-sunod din po na wala ako. Okay. But hoping makabalik. Okay. At magbabalik na may kasama. May kasama po dito sa share mo lang, para hindi solo mo lang. Okay. Meron pa ditong panghuli. It just says that get help from a professional, especially if it's really bothering you. Yung overthinking na hindi na ito nagiging healthy sa'yo. You need to seek for professional help. Okay? Especially if it's already one of the symptoms of a mental health issue, mental health problem, or mental health disorder. Okay. Next week naman, ang atin ngang i-discuss on the perspective of the Bible about overthinking. And we're going to carry most of our discussions from today next week. Okay. At sana maalala din natin ang mga ito. And I hope everyone can also share. Okay. You can share your thoughts regarding overthinking. Kasi nga, marami tayong mga iniisip recently, mga what ifs na hindi naman matupad-tupad. Kung hindi matupad, hindi mabago-bago. Okay. So we're going to, actually the outline is already in front of me. Like we're going to talk about origins of overthinking, the consequences of overthinking, the perfectionism trap, the endless what if cycle, mga ganun pong mga bagay. And then of course, we're going to provide scriptural basis na solution, and we can take it, and we can bring it home talaga. We can also share it to others, ang mga lighters. So oras po natin dito sa Pilipinas ay 11:50. Hindi ko alam sa ibang panig po ng mundo. Ang alam ko ay alas 10 naman. Kung hindi alas 10 ay alas 9 kung saan sila ngayon ng umaga. Ng gabi pala. Ng gabi. So patulog pala yung iba. Thank you so much po for sharing your thoughts. Again, shout out kanila Sis Jessie, Ate Shawnee, DJ Jem, Ate V, and Sis Hyacinth. Sana ay andito pa rin kayo hanggang gabi. At magko-close po ako ng alas 7 ng gabi. Thank you also to Brother Tristan na nag-share ng kanyang thoughts doon sa ating comment section. Very, very supportive yan, si Brother Tristan. Shout out po sa ating mga nag-leave ng heart at ng likes. We have Sister Diane Jane Aquino. We have Brother Rico. We have Brother Mark Jason Concepcion. Brother RPM. Sino pa ba nang nag-leave ng like? Si Ate Shawnee. Sinabay ata yung comment or yung panonood at saka pakikinig. So, Sis Shawnee saying, thanks so much, DJ Brent, and enjoy your trip, Sis Jessie. Ingat-ingat papuntang norte. Kung saan man yan na norte. From Ate V, salamat DJ Brent. Thank you, DJ Brent, from Sis Hyacinth. And Ate V saying, still working here. Ayun. So, until next time, huwag kang mag-overthink, kapatid. Palitan yan natin ng overthink. Okay? Overthink. Our hearts be full of gratitude. Okay? Our hearts be full of good things. Yung mga bagay na pinagkaloob po sa atin ng Diyos. Good gifts, perfect gifts. Kanta na lang tayo ng Count Your Blessings. Yun yung kanina na ating kinanta sa devotional. Count your blessings, name them one by one. Yun na lang yung ating gawin. Okay? Overthink ng blessings. Overthink ng blessings. We're going to point out again next week sa atin pong Share Mo Lang segment with DJ Brent. Again, please be with us until the 7th of the hour ng gabi. To our viewers, listeners dito po sa Facebook, you can join us at Mixlr. You can scan the QR code wherever it is on screen, and it will redirect you to listening on Mixlr. So we have different DJs, we have different songs to play, and yun nga, magiging daw ito, healthy distraction. Okay, you will be with lighters, you will be with fellow Christians who love to sing, who loves to listen to gospel music, to growing in the grace and knowledge of our Lord Jesus. So ayan, ang dami ko nang sinabi. Pero once again, thank you so much for being with us, being with me. This is DJ Brent leaving you again with a statement. Be God's blessing to someone today. Mayong gabi, mayong buntag. Naimbag nga rabii, naimbag nga agsapa. Ti Diyos, ti kumuyog. Ang Diyos po ang mag-ingat sa atin pong lahat. God bless us all.
And know that He is God and we